Yeah, boy. We're alive.
Why is that
What's
typing so
happening?
loud?
Yeah, just all of a sudden, it's like.
Is it that loud?
Was.
I need this mic.
All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the 4th episode of the Anarchy podcast on this lovely Saturday. I hope you all having an amazing weekend thus far. All right. What's up, everybody? I need to. All right, we're good. So, I'm hosting today's podcast, and I'm joined with Letzla and Rejects.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Hello.
All right. Basically, today's points of topics is just community questions, I guess. So, if you guys have any questions, we'll be answering them to the best of our abilities. Why is there only 3 people? Because everyone decided to be busy right now. I think 2 people have load shedding. 2 people aren't at home right now. And I don't know where the rest is. Sakaris is sleeping.
Luca?
Luca's not at home, I don't think.
I don't think Luca's at home. Him and Gloves aren't at home.
Chubsy?
Oh, I think they... Oh, never mind.
Yeah, so it's us 3. Take it or leave it.
Question: Am I good at Fortnite? Whoa.
I don't know.
I've never seen you play Fortnite.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay.
Will you be going to School Cup? Yes. It just needs to be announced when it will be.
I spoke to Neil yesterday when I was at Maverick, and he said he's got to wait for Neil Bart to get back from Bahamas or wherever he is. Then they're gonna finalize everything, and it
He's in
should
Thailand.
Yeah, everything should be up by next week, Thursday.
Yeah, we should do what we did last year, get everyone in AG to call, and then we all there.
Yeah, we will... What? At School Cup?
Yeah, I mean, if we have 10% of the 100 there, then I'm sure one of us will win.
Probably.
I mean, I am in AG now, so.
Okay.
Didn't you play School Cup last year? How'd you do?
I was on console. Shut up.
Toxic.
I love the way Luca just pops into the
yeah.
Oh, now you want to join?
I had to call. Nah, you see, what's this now, bro? What's this?
Nah.
He says he can't join. The whole week he's like, nah, I'm not joining the podcast. And now he wants to join. This oak, my bro.
Dude, we're not going to be able to talk. Question, who's the best in AG?
Luca and Leslie show, boys. Let's get it.
Yes, sir.
Question, who is the best in AG?
The Luca and Leslie show.
Dude, I'm just... Okay, I'm not going to say this on stream.
Who's the best in AG? According to what, though?
Wait, why does Don sound so weird?
I don't
Don,
know.
you know, I won the duo thing yesterday, huh? Just so you know.
Oh, the one that started with 50 people in game 1.
Yeah.
And ended with like 20 people.
Hey. Who won it?
I just basically want to say hello. I'm going to get my haircut now, but like I'll be here for like 10, 15 minutes.
All right.
So how's the chat? How's it?
Brutal.
Wait, Don, you sound so weird on Discord.
Yeah.
I might be using
I think you're on your webcam.
mic.
You're on mic.
I don't know how to fix that, to be honest with you.
You go to the
I know, but I'm on the podcast right now, so that's
right. Okay, Annie.
I'll
just put you softer, don't worry.
Okay, wait.
Okay, well...
Question, is Warzone more fun than FN? No.
It depends.
I have an idea.
What is that?
I have an idea to fix this.
What?
Come on.
Okay, there's the podcast for now. I just need to fix my mic quickly. That's who's talking.
What's going on?
I don't know. Okay, there we go. Let me just fix my mic quickly. So how you guys doing, everybody?
The thing's frozen, eh?
I know it's frozen. I made it like that.
Oh.
Suck it, shit.
That freeze angle.
That freeze frame.
Oh, sorry, I don't have face cam right now. Thoughts on having load shedding for 17 hours straight? Amazing.
That's not load shedding. That's just a power out, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should probably get that checked out.
Brutal.
My mate can't get on SS servers on COD. How can I
Is my
help?
mic better now?
Yes,
Yeah.
100%.
Okay, cool.
Question: Letzler or Sakaris? Who is better? Most recent placements: Letzler.
I mean, Scar's just need to
Seletsla.
actually play tournament.
Yeah,
Seletsla.
Sakaris.
Okay, can
Yeah.
I talk about something?
Oh my
quickly?
god,
I
yes.
wanna ask-
Wait. We're answering questions, yeah, Luca. Okay.
Oh, we're answering
Okay.
questions first.
Will AG move to R6? Don?
We won't
There
move to
is-
R6, but if there's tournaments and stuff, we'll
There's
start
a huge
looking at it.
potential for Rainbow Six.
Yeah.
Knew any AG tournaments? Don?
That's still
News on
being
it.
like, because
Finalized.
if you look at what's happening now with local tourneys, it's just terrible. It's really
No, but that's-
not.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
if
'cause there's
we
no
hosted
prize
a
pool.
tournament,
I want to
Yeah.
talk about that. That's just because, like,
Okay,
There's
let's
so
put a
much-
pen in it and then we'll get back to it.
Okay.
okay, but can I just ask, say something quickly?
What?
Now I forgot. I hate Regis.
Okay. Question: Did Luca drop out or what and why?
Did
No,
Luca
just
drop out? Drop out
of
what?
school.
No.
No, he's doing homeschooling.
Luca's playing FNCs with clubs.
No, I'm not playing E. I'm playing Elise.
Yeah, with clubs.
Elise is free. Yeah.
Why are you gonna go vlogging?
Yeah.
You're gonna go
I'm going
vlogging.
out. Yeah. Why do you think I'm holding this?
I should have vlogged last night.
Imagine the Let's Love vlog, baby.
I should have vlogged last night. Yes.
Guys, who wants
Wait,
to
you-
watch Luca go cut his hair
I'm going to cut my hair now.
on
No,
vlog?
but he means like
No, I'm not vlogging myself
Wait,
cutting my hair.
Why not?
Must I try to use my face cam? Must I try to use the face cam?
Try.
Wait, what are you using to vlog?
My phone.
Oh, okay.
Prestige.
Cameras on phones are like
Yeah, they are
the
good.
same quality as flipping.
Don't face me if I'm really delayed. Just wait. I want to see it.
Okay, so what I was gonna say is
I feel like you were gonna talk about FNTS.
no, I was gonna talk about tournaments. Okay, so I think I can't remember if this was actually my thing, but
I'm drawing on my phone.
okay. What's it? So what I was thinking is with tournaments, right? With South African. Do you think like the community is dying in a sense?
I
No.
feel it's
Like-
very stale. Check
Yeah,
this,
I
like.
agree. But also I
Wait.
feel like the problem is that people are so
Yeah.
like dependent on servers.
Mm,
That's like people have become so like, not necessarily dependent, but have this idea that servers are coming and stuff like that, and the fact that they haven't came yet maybe is kind of a turn off for them in the sense of still competing and stuff. I don't know.
I
that's
don't
what
know.
was
I
thinking.
just feel like it's so weird. I've been playing Warzone like
Yeah.
religiously now, and I hop back onto Fortnite, and I can't. Like I just can't play Fortnite anymore. It's just terrible. It's such a bad game. Like just having shots registering when you actually shoot people, like not getting shot behind objects, like just having like you just you play Warzone for like 2 hours and then you go back to Fortnite and it's just terrible. It's literally just a terrible game.
yeah, well, I think what Luca's more talking about is not actually Fortnite as the game, but more as like our community. And I want to talk about that as well. I think it's because people have become too spoiled now with the free 20s and the prac 20s. Because I remember back in the day when MG would host like a trio 20, or like when squads first came out, when there would be like maybe one practice 20 every 2 weeks or something like that. People would play those 20s as if it was as if it was like a paid 20 or like school cup or something. We used to get Storm Surge and trio 20s and stuff like that. But now we're having people that are signing up and not even rocking up to 20s. We have like, yeah, no, it's just, I feel like people are just too spoiled now. And that just comes from the oversaturation, because every single TO wants to host 3 or 4 20s now. Like we have like 4 20s this week, 5 20s, like this whole week. And one of them is paid. So that means we have like 4 prac 20s. I don't know. It just feels so oversaturated. Like it used to be like, oh, there's a prac 20 tomorrow. I need to play it. This is the only chance I'm gonna get to practice.
Yeah.
But now it's just turned into
What is Rejects doing?
Wait, can you hear me on my mic?
It's on your
No.
phone's mic.
yes, I heard him.
What's mic?
Yeah. That's fine though.
I think what we should what should happen is, so for example, you know how we have that SA Pro Chord, right?
Mm-hmm.
So instead of hosting these prac tourneys all the time, I think the prac tourneys should be the customs and not actually hosting prac tourneys. So your practice is through customs, and then you have like one prac tourney a week, and then that's something that like Ira and Wraith must talk about and just alternate maybe, or maybe they host one a week themselves or whatever. But the fact that EPS have so many different qualifiers
I
for a
know.
tournament that's like 1,000 rand prize pool, like it's just not worth it, in my opinion. Like I feel if you're having a qualifier for a tournament, something like School Cup, right, where there's a qualifier for 100,000 rand tournament, that's worth it. You know what I mean? But if I'm having a qualifier for 1,000 rand tournament, I don't want to play. And
Yeah, no.
especially when there's 50 people. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
I'm trying to get the camera angle going.
Well, shoving it in your face isn't the right angle.
Yeah, no. Well,
Well, while he does
I
that,
fully agree. I don't like the EPS qualifiers for ranked, and especially what it's leading to. It's meant to separate the casuals from the pro players. So if it's doing that, and we're already not filling up the opens, then how are we gonna fill up the ranked and then the casual tournaments, which is what they're
Yeah.
trying to do. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I said it actually like a week back. I just think we need something different.
In what sense?
but okay, but you can fix that. You can say, okay, instead of making it prac tourneys, rather make it, what if you do customs as practice, and then you have a prac tourney as a qualifier
Yeah.
Mhm.
or a
that's
paid
true.
tourney?
Yeah,
Do something like that.
I just think people don't want to play like the 100 rand like 20s anymore. Rather save that money because I know they've given out a lot of money, but that's all in small increments. So if they had saved all that money and given it away in like a bigger tournament that could have led up to, imagine the whole month we all played a tournament like qualifiers and stuff like that to reach an end of the month tournament, which instead of using the 500 rand or 1,000 rand a week or so, or whatever is being used, we could put all of that money in a 6,000, 7,000 rand free entry prize pool tournament. Like
Yeah.
that would have made more sense, and it still would have been the same prac 20s happening, except it wouldn't just be like, okay, I won 200 rand this week, I won 3 and like 100 rand the other week. Because the problem is when you only have 200, 300 rand prize pools, then the same people keep winning it, or only one person would get 100 rand. So, and then it doesn't really feel special to win. Like I know, like obviously it's money, but it doesn't like feel special to win like
Yeah, I get it.
100 rand.
Like Gloves wasn't on yesterday, and there was like 55 players or 54 players to start off the tournament yesterday. I was playing with Psycho, and we just like didn't play it seriously at all. You know what I mean? We didn't take it seriously. We didn't want to play. You don't want to play a tournament where there's 50 people and 200 rand prize pool. If there was like a 5,000 rand prize pool and there were 50 people, that's a complete different story. You know what I mean? That's more incentive to play. But then some people will say like your incentive to play should be just
Let's
trying
go
to get
load shedding.
better. But what?
Load shedding just got downgraded to stage 1.
All right, so moving on. Any other questions, guys?
We can talk about
Any
we can talk
questions?
more about Warzone and how it's going to impact Fortnite.
I love Warzone. Warzone is
No,
we can-
calm. Wait, let's go on Warzone. I'm very curious because I haven't played it yet. I think I'm down.
How haven't you played Warzone?
I haven't.
Let me tell you this, Luke. If you play Warzone, you're not gonna go back to Fortnite. I'm telling you now. You're gonna be addicted to Warzone. You're gonna go back to Fortnite. You're gonna feel the lag. You're gonna feel how crappy the game is. You're gonna feel how stale it is, and you're not gonna go back.
But the thing is, there's no comp scene in Warzone. Right?
Yes, there is. There's already a tournament next weekend in South
For
Africa.
money.
Yes.
For money.
Yes, next weekend
Who's
at
hosting?
Maverick.
Maverick.
Exactly, dude. Like, you don't understand what impact Warzone is having right now. Warzone is the next big thing. Like, I don't care. I was underhyped about Apex. I was underhyped about Black Ops 4 Battle Royale. But Warzone is perfect. It's a free-to-play, cross-platform game, purely skill-based, with South African servers.
Yeah, that's a big one.
It's literally got the recipe. It's a copy and paste. They've taken every single battle royale we know to date, and taken everything that's the best aspect of it and made one perfect battle royale. They've taken the 3-man squads from Apex and the pinging system, which is on another level. They've taken the cross-play from Fortnite. They've taken the war aspect and the battle royale aspect of PUBG, and they've incorporated Escape from Tarkov graphics and realism into a Call of Duty physical mechanics.
I mean, I've always been like a Call of Duty fan. Like I've literally played every single COD up to like Infinity Warfare, whatever it was called. And then after that, I just stopped playing because the game also got stale, And then Fortnite was the next big thing, and it came up and stuff like that. And I've always like loved COD and stuff like that. So like having a COD game actually like coming back and stuff like that, it's actually like
It's
it's
refreshing.
actually it's refreshing. It's nice. I'm actually excited. Like the fact that I haven't played it sooner is actually quite weird to me, to be honest with you, because like I was the biggest COD fanboy. Like I used to I literally grinded my ass off on Black Ops 3 to get that flippin' dark matter camo and everything like
Yes.
that. So like, but the
that
reason why I feel like it won't be as big as Fortnite, especially on an international standard, in South Africa maybe it will be because of the whole server aspect and stuff like that. But on international standard, I feel like there's just too much money in Fortnite. There's just way too much money in Fortnite.
But where's that money coming from?
The players.
Exactly.
Skins.
If the players leave and they go to Warzone,
But
now
the
all of a
players
sudden,
aren't gonna leave. That's the thing. Because especially because
Fortnite also has an $18 billion net worth at the moment. So
for Fortnite have so much money to work with, and I'm telling you now, if players start going to Warzone and stuff like that, and they see their comp community dying, they will definitely release something as big as World Cup was, but not even like not a LAN or something because of the whole coronavirus and stuff. They'll probably release something almost as big as the World Cup and literally do something like that. Because if they release something like that, and all of the pros like Flippin, Verox, Wolfies, Benji, Mongo, they're not gonna go to wars, and they're gonna stay to the game what they got good at and what they got famous at, and their fans. The reason like a game will die when the content creators leave that game. That's generally how it works. So like Fortnite started going through a dip when Tim the Tatman, Courage, all of those big
with the
content creators stopped.
mechs, the mechs, yeah,
They stopped
they all
streaming it.
stopped.
And then that's when Fortnite got a big decline. You know what I mean? And eventually they came back because the game got better. But now there's Warzone coming, so a lot of the new content creators are going to that. But it just depends on the longevity of Warzone, how fun it will be for a long run. Because the thing is, there's only so much you can do to keep a game
If
fun.
That's well, I mean, PUBG has had a solid player base for how long now?
yeah, but nothing that could compare
3
to
years,
Fortnite
4 years?
size.
No, but that's because it wasn't free and it's not cross-platform.
True.
And Warzone is free and cross-platform.
Yeah.
I think the most
So-
important thing to realize is that Fortnite literally they do this. They keep secrets in there. They keep tricks up their sleeves until something like this happens. That's why we went through the whole of chapter 2 with no updates, nothing being changed. It is because they knew that something like this is about to happen. So Fortnite, and the problem is Luca was using a lot of examples of pro players and also content creators leaving, but that isn't the biggest problem. Obviously, the content creators affect the casuals, but the problem is if the casuals leave, so does the money. So
That's the biggest thing. You can have comp
Yeah,
players, right?
exactly.
If you have Benji Fish and all these people constantly winning money every week in a cash cup or something, cool, they're winning money and they are bringing some attention to the game. But that's not where the money is coming from. The money's coming from the 95% of the player base who are casual players buying skins in the game. That's where the money's coming from.
Yeah, no. So
If you have all of those people all of a sudden leaving, there's no more money.
yeah,
And the problem is, I've had a feeling like when Fortnite, round about season 8, 9, when there was planes and there was ballers and there was slipstreams and there was weird and fun challenges to do. I remember everyone used to hop on the battle pass and do fun challenges. You used to get your friends in there. When last did you actually go into the game and look what challenges you have?
oh, never.
That's the thing. Like I can't even remember when I do a challenge. I'm like, okay, cool, I did a challenge. I used to go in the game and look what challenges I had to do. You get people online. You had to jump like 20 times at risky reels because 70 people used to land there every game trying to search for chests. I mean, that was fun. That was fun Fortnite. That was when Fortnite cared about the casual players. But I feel for the past, since the beginning of this year, Fortnite has been caring way more about their competitive players than they have their casual players. They have completely neglected their casual players, in my opinion. Because I would consider myself more of a casual player than a pro player.
I understand what you're saying because, like, with Fortnite, the reason why it was so entertaining was just cause the challenges and stuff like that back in the day. But it was also because I feel like challenges haven't been fun anymore because it's become repetitive. But another thing is they haven't been like another unique thing about Fortnite is they release something every single week. And if Warzone or any other game that comes out can't do that and draw the audience in right at the start with some enticing things, new things all the time, they will never be as big as Fortnite. I'll tell you that right now.
But how long did we go without a single update in Fortnite? 2 months?
Yeah.
And then when they release a update, you get proximity grenades.
Yeah.
Like, it's not what Fortnite used to be 6 months ago, a year ago, when every week they used to bring out a new gun. They used to bring out a new part of the map. They used to change this, change that, completely change the entire metas. Now they bring out heavy snipers and proximity grenades, and it's like, okay, here's the C4s back. It's everything we've seen before, just being reintroduced.
Yeah. I get you, but
like when the combat shotgun came out, everyone was so hyped about it. When the thermal came out, everyone was like, what the heck's going on? Like, there was hoverboards. I remember when everybody freaked out with hoverboards, the first actual movable items in the game. Like, that was insane. Like, you could ride a hoverboard. I can't remember if the hoverboard or it was the ATKs.
no, the first thing was the shopping carts and
there was the shopping cars, and then but I mean, like, everyone lost their minds when the shopping carts came out. Like, that was incredible, and that's what I remember having fun doing in Fortnite. There's no more fun in Fortnite.
Yeah, I feel like Fortnite has hit. Yeah, I feel like they've hit a point where they can't really like. There's of course things to add, and you can like do so many things, but I feel like they've hit a point where it's just so hard for them to try find things.
Yeah, I was gonna say
because the problem is back in the day they released updates every single week.
Yeah, they did every Tuesday.
And the problem is they probably ran out of ideas really quickly. And something like the proximity mines is just something to get people mildly excited about. You know what I mean? So if they could just release anything, that was just them doing something, if you know what I mean, because they have nothing to release at all.
The biggest thing that was saving Fortnite from dying, and you can argue with me as much as you want on this, is the supported creator code. Having content creators forced to stream Fortnite because they're making money out of their supported creator codes. The fact of the matter is, I was one of the very first 1,000 people to get a supported creator code. I got my supported creator code 3 days after the program launched. And I had a lot of people using my code, and I was making money out of it. Problem now is everybody has, and I know you can vouch for this, Luca. Your supported creators it's diminished tenfold.
I mean, I had like at my peak, I probably had like 150 supporters. Now I have like 40.
I had way more than that, and now I have like, I don't even know I don't even know when last I checked if I had 100 supporters using my code, because it's become so saturated that you're not going to make money out of your supported creator code anymore. Yeah. It's dead. And that was the only thing keeping Fortnite. I got a phone call. Hello?
Nice. Well, I don't know. I feel.
Yes.
How much space does Fortnite use, like on desktop?
28 gigabytes, I think. When you first
wrong number.
How much is a Warzone?
100.
Thank you. Bye.
I don't know. I think I want Fortnite. I don't want Fortnite to die. I just want them to get a wake up call for them to
Yeah,
realize.
the wake up call.
Shut up.
So yeah, that's
I
that's
just
my opinion. Is that
yeah.
that was the last saving grace of keeping Fortnite's casual player base,
Yeah.
is having streamers have a reason to stream the game. I don't have a reason to stream the game anymore.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I want Fortnite because I love Fortnite. I also love COD as well, so it's not a bad thing seeing one of my other favorite games coming up. You know what I mean? But the thing is, I love to see this because now Fortnite, if they can make a comeback from this, but
The biggest
Well,
problem
the
is
fact of the sorry, bro. The fact of the matter is Fortnite made me into what it is today. If it wasn't for Fortnite, we wouldn't be in this call right now.
yeah,
Because Fortnite is what's built my channel to what it is today. Fortnite's what helped Anarchy Gaming grow what it is today. Fortnite is my life, bro. I have Fortnite guns. I've spent over 25,000 Rand on the game. Like, Fortnite is my life. I lived and breathed the game for 2 years, 8 hours a day. That was literally my bread and butter. Like, I have such a passion for Fortnite, but there has to come a point in time where it's like, okay, it's done, move on. I mean, you can look at Stompy and look at all of your major Minecraft YouTubers. When Minecraft was the shit for like 4 years, these guys got millions of subs on YouTube. Millions. And now they upload something, they get 20,000 views because they never moved on.
yeah.
Games will die. It's inevitable. And I mean, no matter how much you have a passion for a certain game as a content creator, you cannot
thing is-
hang on.
Yeah, I understand, Don. I completely agree with you from the content side of thing, but I think Fortnite needs to also focus on, which is I think what they're trying to currently do at the moment. They need to grow a strong comp player base so that they always have the game alive. Because the problem is they know that the casual is going to get stale. Because I mean, it's not that like fun running or like it was fun back in the day, just running around and like playing with your friends and like using new items and stuff like that. But like that won't last for 5-6 years. The same casuals playing the biggest thing is they need to keep the people who are going to be playing the game for money and stuff like that. So yeah, I think Fortnite. The thing is, I think they outdid themselves during during their first year and a half. I really think Fortnite outdid themselves. Do you remember when we used to say stuff like Fortnite have the best dev team of all time? They always listen to their community. Fortnite are the best, and that was before the time around Siphon got removed. I think that's when they started getting, I wouldn't say greedy, but when they started keeping things in the bag for because Siphon and Pubs was loved by everyone. But and then
Glattery to play. I love Glattery to play.
yeah, stuff like that. But then they just started removing things to make it like much easier for like the really bad play, like the really, really bad play, not even like casual players, just like people who can't even like move their mouse properly and hit a shot. Like guys like that to do well in the game. And that's why I think I feel like Fortnite were just trying to focus on too many things at once. Cause that was also around the time that there was World Cup. So then they had the comp scene and winter skirmishes and all of that. Like they weren't focusing on the right things. I think didn't you say I don't know if it was last week or if it was on stream or something, but didn't you say Fortnite rushed their competitive a bit, or someone said that like they should have waited a year and a half to start with competitive.
Maybe I don't know. I didn't
I
say.
I,
I
remember,
think, yeah. I think
I just
like
think that
Fortnite,
things.
what Fortnite needs to do, in my opinion, for me to maybe start enjoying the game, is introduce a strict matchmaking ranked system. Because if you play arena and you get over 2,000 points, it becomes ridiculous for the casual player to achieve over that. And then if you play casuals, there's freaking mongrels in casuals as well. So there's no point in the casual player playing. So they need to introduce a rank system like CS:GO
And Rainbow
and-
Six Siege.
and Siege and stuff like that, where it's
Yeah.
actually a strict rank system where you can see where you are, if that makes sense. Like, you will play
Yeah.
with these people across the board.
But then what about people smurfing?
Well, unfortunately, there's nothing you can do about that.
Yeah, and I think that's a good idea, but and then they remove skill-based matchmaking from normal pubs. Be like, if you want to play normal pubs, here you go. But we have this ranked mode here with Siphon and all of that, and like they'll have like it will be like comp, right? But then you could play comp with bad players, so you can get used to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like in Siege, where it's Copper 4, I mean, you're still playing the competitive mode of the game. You're just playing
Yeah,
against people that
exactly.
aren't that skilled.
On the same skill level as you.
Yeah.
I just feel like, so like for example, like chapter 2, season 1, right? That was probably for me the worst season. Like it was still not that bad. Like I've enjoyed basically every season, right? But that for me was probably one of the worst seasons due to the fact that there was literally one style of play, AR shotgun, SMG or AR shotgun, and just carry heals, no mobility, stuff like that, right? Now, like I was a big fan of there being no mobility in season 1, but after launch pads came back and stuff like that, I realized how important it is for the game, especially due to RNG and stuff like that. But it's just like the
But the
reason why I
problem
say
is, as soon as you
season
hop on
1,
a jump pad, you die. So
not necessarily. If you know how to use it
Yeah.
well, if you know how to use it well, if you know how to low launch and
You
stuff
get
like
beamed off
that.
the sky, though.
you
Well,
get
then
beamed out this car, dude.
do your launch pads. I'm talking about an end game, not just flopping like stuff. But what I'm saying is, like, if you check season 5 or check season 7 or whatever the case is, like, there's just literally been such different metas throughout the whole season. Like, even season 10, apart from the mechs, won't talk about that. But there was a combat shotgun, there was a pump, and there was like some spray weapon. So you could either play a spray style, you could play literally a combat only style, you could play a pump AR SMG style. So like I just feel like, and especially what I think season 2 has done well for the game is that they've introduced, I know
Fresh
heavy
style
snipers are
sniping.
so irritating, but they've introduced heavy snipers, they've introduced a lot of spammable weapons, they've
Yeah, but it's
introduced
everything
a
we've
lot of,
seen before.
yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying is a problem. So
Mythical weapons, though.
yeah, but the problem is, like, well, we're not just that's still the same meta, basically. What I'm saying is like you can run a few different metas, but the problem is it's become stale and
Of
nobody
combat.
wants to do that. Exactly. And remember when drum guns were a thing, people literally I was watching clicks when you try to qualify for World Cup. First game, he had 2 drum guns, he won. Just 2 drum guns and heals and mobility. That just shows like how you
I
could
love the
play
drum gun.
you could literally play in so many different ways to
I
win a
remember
game.
getting the drum gun in tilted
You see, but
towers.
here's the biggest problem now. During all those seasons, you're like, "Oh, that was such a fun season." Now you're saying that, okay? You're saying, "Oh, that was such a nice season. I love that season so much." But then the problem is when we actually had that season, like the comp players were complaining about it. So now the thing is, if we go back to that, then we're just getting what we complained about. So the problem is Fortnite can never win. That's the biggest problem, I think. And that's what people don't understand. Fortnite will never win. There's always going to be some community, some player base, someone who is unhappy with the game or the state of the game, or someone who would want 5 shotguns back in the loot pool. Like in my opinion, I like the loot pool right now.
Yeah.
Well, like I don't think that we should have heavy snipers and C4, but that's besides the point. But like I like the loot pool for comp. So what I think they need to do, right, is they need to have a loot pool, like comp loot pool, like a full-on loot pool that's only for comp. Like, and that would be like just 2 shotguns and SMG and AR. And then they should add all the crazy stuff to pubs. And let us, like, when you want to have a fun time, you go to pubs, whip out 10 C4, 10 dynamite, and just go have fun. Like,
Yeah, I think also another thing is with comp, like you said, Fortnite can never win. But if Fortnite catered to the casual players and just make money off of that and use the money that they make to put into comp, the comp players will stay no matter what. That's a source of income and a way
I
of living.
don't think there's a better way for them to make more money off the casual at this moment. I don't think them adding like a different like meta in pubs or anything is gonna help grow the skin sales anymore. In that, if they wanted to do that, then they need to do something new and original with the skins. I think, like maybe fully, like that Maya character in the battle pass.
Yeah.
I think they start doing some fully customizable characters,
All
and
right.
they should be ridiculously expensive.
So I think we need to move on from this
Wait,
topic.
just quick question. Quick question. Let's finish it.
Oh, Luca.
Wait, just listen. Don't you think maybe if they brought like, so you know how there's like a complete storyline with Fortnite, right? Like, well, not a
Technically,
complete,
yeah.
like there's
There
a
was a
storyline in the
storyline.
Battle Royale. Don't you think if they brought like, and it's not like the same thing as Save the World, like an actual campaign, like you know how COD had campaigns back in the day and stuff like that. It's just maybe a more of refreshing thing for people. And like I said,
like
if
a DLC.
yeah, like a DLC where you can play a campaign or something like that. That will entice a lot of people to play the game. And then, like,
And then they
there's
could
only one example of where I've seen a competitive player actually leave a comp scene because he didn't enjoy it. There's okay, maybe there's a few back in the day, but I'm talking about recent.
Cliff.
No, I'm talking international. Vinny,
Oh.
TSM Vinny, right? He made a lot of money. His door was extra. They made a lot of money in whatever he did, but he just decided I don't enjoy Fortnite anymore. I'm gonna do something else. You know what I mean? So that's like the only competitive player recently I've seen that actually gave up comp because he didn't enjoy it. But if there's money in the thing, they're going to continue playing. Competitive players will continue playing. So if they can just try find a way for casuals to be happy. So if you bring a campaign, if you bring a bloody arcade, I don't know, something like that. You know what I mean? If they just cater to the casual players and then make it that they can make money and then bring the money into the competitive, the game won't die. It's important.
All right.
I think a
Anyway.
DLC expansion might be the play.
Let's move on back to community questions, guys. Any questions?
I have pants on. Leave me alone. I have pants on. Leave me alone.
Okay.
Any questions, guys? Any community questions?
Any boring fits in a bit asked.
Sure.
No one asked. Don't remember asking.
I don't remember asking.
I had load shedding, so I couldn't find a duo for FNCS. That was just warm up.
Yeah,
I
I
was
was just
like-
don't stress.
Oh wait, so the warm up doesn't count for the. Okay,
Oh,
that's
no,
it.
Luca.
Why is
Luca
Luca
can,
gay?
Luca can explain it. Luca, explain the FNC prize pool and the grand finals and stuff.
Okay.
Well,
I don't
that's
know.
not a question.
It is. We need to know it.
That's not a question, though.
Like, if you want to watch, just watch like somebody else. I don't know.
Take care.
Name. Wow.
Wow.
Name one. How are you guys doing? We like.
I'm
how
good,
are you
bro.
doing, Don? Letzler,
I'm
rejection.
doing really good.
There was a bit of a team debate this week.
Dude, what is wrong with our chat? This guy's asking for feet pics now.
Okay, can you please stop spamming, Savage? I love you, but please no.
Oh yeah, Don. How did I download Warzone?
Don't you think load shedding affects
done it through
local
Battle.net.
tourneys? Yeah, of course.
Yes, but it would like the turnout yesterday for EPS was 50 people. They have like 300. They had 300 people trying to sign up for a tournament back then when they first introduced the website. Now they can't even fill it like 100 players. There's not 250 people at the same time, all in different areas of the country having the same load shedding. And load shedding's based on your area, so there's definitely over 100 people who can play a tournament. And if not, then there'd be like 80 people who sign, especially with the check-in feature. Like, there's definitely people. Like, no, there were spots available yesterday. It's just that nobody wanted to play.
Yeah.
Okay, community questions.
Wait,
Um, Anarchy LAN. I'm keen on that.
No,
Maybe
no,
we
you
book
are.
out
Race is
Maverick
asking-
for a weekend.
And
You know
then-
what would be so cool if we had a weekend tournament? That would be so cool.
We
Yeah,
book
guys,
out
okay.
Maverick. Okay, let's carry on though.
Race is asking when. Okay, wait. Yeah, when are you guys recruiting again? AGRC.
No,
Will
we
AG
won't.
ever do a montage RCs to get recruited?
No.
No.
That's
That's not how you get recruited.
You got the place in tournaments.
Wait, I've got a quick question. Okay, how do I become as good as Rejects? I need to know. You got to join AG, Scara. That's just how it is. That's how it is, bro.
Source. If you do book out, it's probably gonna be Maverick in Johannesburg, not Cape Town.
It will be in Joburg, Scoop,
no,
not
there's no
not
way
Cape
we'll
Town, bro.
AG versus 80k versus Bravado paintball fight. Damn, that would actually.
I
We've
wanna
been
do
talking
something.
about that
I
actually,
mean,
but
we would win though. We have 10 people. Bravado have 4.
Do you know how skinny I am?
no, well, you can
Obviously,
take
we would
four,
make
four,
the
four.
teams fair.
Yeah, you'd make it
Luca, Are you
fair.
dumb?
Okay, well
Like-
then who's gonna get left
joking.
out? I'm not getting left out.
We need the
Well,
skinniest
you know,
people.
I carry the.
Is it?
cast.
When last did you play paintballing, Luca?
Yeah,
Last year.
exactly.
Ah,
Too
okay.
long ago.
It's not too long.
I'm an athlete, so I'll be good at it.
Yeah, Lucas
The
short.
thing is, we need to start doing that. The community,
actually-
the community needs to start coming together, and that's why Anarchy actually. Let's talk about that tweet that we put out. And I know like two kids got butthurt about that tweet, but it's banter, and there needs to be a community. The communities need to come together. Bravado, ATK, AG, whoever else, we need to come together and actually build together. This standing on your own and trying to outshine and be the best isn't gonna work. You need to have like FaZe Clan versus 100 Thieves versus like imagine what would happen if you took, I don't know, like I think Mr. Beast even did it. But say you take 100 Thieves, FaZe Clan, Cloud9, Liquid, and you put them all in like a paintball arena, 4v everybody.
Yeah.
Like that would be freaking insane.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
thing is, with our community, like overseas and stuff like that, they
stand-
have
stand
enough.
on 2 feet.
Yeah, they can have a split community. In our country, we don't have enough to have a
There
split.
is. There's more than enough. You need to change that mindset. There's more than
You-
enough to have a
No,
split
you mean-
community.
No, you mean Ston that like you can't have like there's not enough supporters to like have a like you can't have like an
Oh, there is
eclipse
enough
fan
support.
There
base.
is enough supporters. Do you know there's 600,000 registered Steam accounts in South Africa?
No, what I was alluding to is like, for example, I'm talking about the Fortnite competitive scene mainly, right?
No, but
So-
that mustn't be the thing. Don't look at that. You need to look at supporting the team. There's some people that support FaZe. Okay, let's look at 100 Thieves. There's some people that support 100 Thieves because of
Nature.
Nate Shot. He's a streamer, content creator. Cool.
Yeah.
There's some people that support the League of Legends team. There's some people that support their CSGO team. There's some people that support their Fortnite team. There's people that support their content creators. So you need to look at the whole wide spectrum of it, and then you need to build followers on that team. Not just Fortnite. Fortnite isn't the be and end all. Like Fortnite is a factor, but it's not everything.
Wait, this making me a bit angry. ATK is on another level compared to you. What do you mean ATK is on another level?
Yeah,
Don't
it's 'cause those have
worry,
been running
don't
for
worry. That
years.
kid's ill, bro. Because he also said when I took and I said they took the best aspects out of each game, and I said Fortnite they took the crossplay, which is the best aspect of Fortnite.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Yeah,
oh,
I
they
think
took.
the building mechanics is, but yeah, anyway.
The
He
thing
said
is, I
they
would like-
introduced
yeah.
the building into cards. So I was like, he's just being retarded. He's literally ill.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
Fair.
not trying to roast ATK or anything like that, but like
They have
the
one player
thing is,
carrying.
just listen. No, just listen. So what happens is with someone like ATK, right? They got a big buyout from Cloud9 or whatever from their CS team, right?
I don't know what happened there.
I feel like this. Look here, you
So
get
they
ATK,
have a
right?
lot of money to work with. Just hold up. They've got a lot of money to work with. Actually, let me just not go on to it. Anyway, what do you
Yeah,
want to
don't
say?
Okay,
talk
okay.
about it. 'Cause
Oh.
everything you say is gonna be taken out of context.
Like I'll fight these guys. It's on. So like ATK, right? They've got their Fortnite team. I'm not saying anything, but Psycho is carrying their roster right now. Rise is in America, some place playing Fortnite apparently, when most of the time he's just playing CS:GO. Trogons hasn't been playing the SA comp in since he came back, and then Psycho, yeah, he's still playing. That's like, where's ATK going right now? Like,
That's
But the
where
thing
it's
is,
all-
the thing is,
It's, an
ATK.
India.
Yeah, that's the thing, bro. There's nothing wrong with ATK. ATK
Yeah,
is
right,
focusing on
can't blame it.
everything. The Fortnite scene in South Africa is dead, so let's put the money elsewhere. It's simple business. Because
agreed.
there's why should they spend 50 grand on a Fortnite player if maybe once a week he can win a grand back? That's retarded, bro. That's no business in that at all. But let's spend 100 grand on our CS team that can potentially go win R1,000,000 end of the month. You're completely turning the story 100% around. Like, Fortnite scene in South Africa, there's no reason to invest money into it. It's
Yeah,
dying.
100%.
That's
Yeah,
the
Fortnite
fact
is
of the
dying.
matter. And ATK isn't focusing on that because it's dying. So why should they spend money on it? Why should they have players for it if there is no reason for them to have it?
Yeah, I
Whereas
agree.
their Dota team or their CSGO team or whatever can be making way more money on an international level rather have it like that.
Yeah, it's hard to make money on an international level, especially coming from South Africa, for Fortnite, and it's way easier for other games. So that's what I
Exactly.
was saying.
But
So-
do you guys think Fortnite's gonna come back, or is it's dying out?
It's dying out heavy, bro.
So what do you think the
I
next
think
game's
I
gonna
think
be?
Fortnite are smart. I think they'll save it somehow with they definitely have another couple years in the tank. Like I mean, being like the still the most popular game, because Fortnite will always be around. It's such an iconic game, and
Yeah.
keep iconic. Like CS, like you can't say CS has fully died out, but it's not what it used to be, right? Like in terms of player base and stuff like that. But like Fortnite will always have a player base. It will always have people playing it. But Fortnite needs to hold its top spot for as long as it can.
Well,
But-
the best way to check top spot is by checking Twitch. In that time, moment in time. So I'm checking Twitch right now.
What's happening on Twitch right now?
No,
I'm
you're just
checking.
checking who's the most popular game
Viewers.
right now.
Yeah. I'm checking-
Keegan, we are doing that, bro. We are gonna be doing that. We've talked about it. 80k is super smart, 100%, bro. I've got no gripe with what 80k. 80k is a business, dude, and
Wait, where do I check the game? Oh,
just
okay, so
filter by views.
Fortnite has 35,000 viewers. Just chatting has 100,
Yeah,
and
that's not a game.
Warzone has 160.
1,000.
Yeah.
And
How many?
Apex
That just shows something. Apex has 12.
and
Apex
GTA,
is-
GTA
Apex
5.
will never. GTA 5 19. Counter Strike 32, so that's 3,000 less. And
And
this is
League of
also
Legends, I
bad- this is
guarantee
also-
League has more.
Yeah, 103, 30.
So there you go. So where's Fortnite right now? It's 5th, 6th?
Yeah.
This is also a bad
FIFA's
time.
doing well. Let's go, baby.
Who?
FIFA's is such a stable game because
FIFA's 100% stable.
I just feel like I don't know how to download Warzone, huh?
Why?
I don't know. I don't know how to.
You
Oh.
download the Battle.net launcher.
I went through Blizzard.
Yes, but you download the Battle.net launcher.
Shut up.
Wait, so I gotta download Blizzard first. Blizzard.
That's same as Ubisoft. Ubisoft's thing is called the Uplay launcher.
Oh,
Blizzard is the Battle.net launcher.
okay.
Okay, any more questions?
Any more questions, guys?
I only have like 15 gig space.
So, and you playing Warzone tonight? Yes, dude. I am freaking in love with that game.
I wanna. Oh my gosh, I can't download
We'll
it.
play tomorrow, okay, Don.
Download now.
Yeah, you're gonna have to
I'll
download.
download
It's
it
like
tonight,
100
yeah.
gigs, eh?
Yeah, I'll download it now when I leave.
Yeah.
And then I'll leave my PC on and then we'll play tomorrow. I don't know, I'm quite excited to see how it is.
Well, the thing is, what I want to do is I need to get 3 players for Warzone. I will
busy
be
downloading
getting
it.
I will be getting 3 players for Warzone. So I'm gonna give priority to
players.
those who are already in the team. So if
Yeah.
3 Fortnite players move over, can perform and enjoy the game more, I will give the spot to them. If none of them actually catch on or want to do that and they want to stay on Fortnite, that's fine. I will get 3 people in to play Warzone because I feel Warzone in the local scene can do way better than Fortnite.
But then, do you think say if I download Warzone, right, I become really good. I can be Fortnite and Warzone, or just one.
No.
One's gonna suffer, bro.
Yeah, true.
One is gonna suffer, and you can't be a competitive player for
I
two
mean,
different.
Scarra was a competitive COD player, you know. So I mean, get onto Warzone, Scarra, you know.
He already has it. He just every time he opens it, it
What's it called?
crashes.
The problem is I don't play video like competitive for money, so it would just have to be whichever game I enjoy.
Mm,
Like I don't care if Warzone has a 1 million rand prize pool. I enjoy playing
I
Fortnite.
just wish that there could be a COD as good as Black Ops 3. That's just what I wish.
Black Ops 3.
Black Ops 3.
I mean, it was good, but it's not like the
That wasn't like
comparative
that's
For me,
one
that was my favorite COD. Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3 my favorite CODs.
Modern Warfare 3 was the best
Nah,
COD ever
I
made.
dig Modern Warfare 3, not Modern Warfare 2.
How do I clear my
Like Black Ops 3, you know what made it so fun as well? The fact that there was like 3 different modes. There was campaign, multiplayer, and zombies. Like zombies was so fun.
Yeah, Zombies was fun, but Zombies was also better on Black Ops 2 in my opinion.
Wait, what maps? Oh, there was
Origin.
what's up? There was Transit. Transit was such a
Oh,
good
Black
map.
Ops 2. We're talking about Black Ops 2.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're going off topic for the Anarchy cast.
Yeah. Anyway, community
Yeah, but
questions.
we're talking about Warzone card, you know.
Yes, guys, let's go. Guys, drop a like on the stream if you just
There was
popped
Town.
in. Any
Town
other
was
community
first one.
questions, guys? Let's hear it.
Then it was
Let's have it.
Buried. Mob of the Dead.
Oh, Die Rise was also good. Buried was so good though.
Yeah,
Oof.
Buried
Guys, we
was
also need
fun.
one more sub to hit 300 subs on the YouTube channel.
Ooh.
I need 4 followers on Twitter to reach 400.
If you just joined in, please sub, drop a like.
Do you know what
Appreciate it.
also was a really good map?
What?
Mob of the Dead. Shit, man.
I said
Is
it.
there any comp in Warzone? Yes, Flick, there's already a competition next weekend, bro.
Wait, Don.
The one that was at
So look at the way his
so
headsets
much fun.
properly.
I think it's Mob of the Dead.
Don.
Yeah.
Yes, rejects.
What like did the battle scene only just come out, or has people been playing it for like years already?
What are you talking about?
Warzone.
Warzone just came out.
Warzone came out 2 days ago, bro. 3 days ago.
So say if I start playing today, right, and I grind it, and there's a tournament next week, like everyone will be like the
Same
same
skill
skill level.
Yeah, pretty much.
Where's this game?
I feel like it's more of a game for controller players though, because you know card controller. So
No, you can be good on mouse. You've better aim on mouse.
You're stupid.
I don't know.
I'm sorry.
I haven't had a problem with
Don't
controller
do.
players thus far.
no, but I mean,
How do
No,
I
I'm
free
not- I'm
space
not
up on
meaning
my
like
PC?
that.
I have like 16 gig space left.
get a new hard
You
drive.
need 100 gigs, bro.
Yeah, no, but I'm gonna delete a lot of things.
delete
Would you
Fortnite.
guys expand to CSGO?
No.
The problem is other organizations in South Africa that are already in CSGO, a lot of them are failing bad.
I feel like CS:GO is such a bad, like it's like a good game and has a good comp scene internationally, but not here.
I played it competitive. How long
You
did I play
see,
comp
here-
competitively?
Here's what I think, right?
Comp
The problem
compare.
is joining into games late, especially in South Africa, is a big problem. Like, for example, say, I know, let me think of a random South African organization I know that isn't in Fortnite. Okay, I heard of this one called White Rabbit. Now, imagine they had to come now into Fortnite. Imagine the scene was booming, right? And we did have
Oh,
lots of
WG.
money in it. Yeah, just imagine the Fortnite scene in South Africa wasn't dying, and we had like a really big scene. Even if they were to come in right now, they wouldn't be able to get a good enough roster to compete because everybody's already snatched up. And I feel like that's the same for CSGO. I feel like you won't be able to just go into CSGO now and pick up a roster that will be able to compete.
Yeah, everyone's already taken, 100%.
Because Fortnite, especially in SA and on our ping, we have like 10 good players.
So that's why I want to pick up Warzone players now. Because you can have a god tier Call of Duty player, but he is a professional player for 5-on-5. He's not a professional Battle Royale player. There's a big difference between being in a controlled environment with set loadouts, 5v5ing, versus playing an RNG Battle Royale map. So
how much is the prize pool for the thing this week, next week?
I don't know. I just know there's one that's on. I'll look into it.
Rejects, you haven't even played the game. You don't know if you enjoy it.
You
Why do
listen,
you
yeah.
want to
You
go
listen,
to the
yeah. Okay,
tournament?
you listen, yeah. I will become the best,
That's a good mentality.
but
I'll back
I
it.
don't know.
No,
But
but
I
the
need
thing
to
is, like, I'm gonna play the game and see how it is, and I'm gonna be very critical to see if I actually like this more than Fortnite. And if I do, then I'm gonna go to it. Thinking about it, like Fortnite for me has actually become so cuck. Like, as much as I love the game,
That's my sentiment, bro. And the thing is, as a content creator, yeah, my viewers have dropped quite a bit compared to if I play Fortnite, but that's gonna happen regardless. And I was thinking about that day. I'm like, I gotta go back to Fortnite. I have to play Fortnite because I'm not pulling in 2,000 viewers a stream. I'm only getting 1,000 now, and it's really bad. And I literally remember watching a clip of Ninja saying, "You will lose viewers if you swap games." And I remember Ninja saying when he went from H1Z1 to Fortnite, he dropped down to a quarter of his viewership. But had he have not switched then and then and stuck it out, he wouldn't have been the biggest streamer in the world today.
yeah.
So I'm gonna take Ninja's advice of all people, and I might just switch to Warzone. I enjoy the game way more, and it's really fun.
But also, don't speak about it like at this point where you love it, because right now the game's been out for 2 days. You don't know what can happen, and
Aren't they already
especially
having problems with the servers?
probably. But COD's also been a game where it's been so pay
Good
to
for
win.
that.
Like no, but like that's what made a lot of people go
Yep.
away from the game. Like the game became shit as well.
Yeah, but listen,
But
you haven't played Warzone.
yeah, I know. I'm just
Warzone
saying that-
isn't pay to win. Warzone's RNG. Drop in,
okay,
pick up
I'm
guns,
just
and
saying,
play.
I'm just saying from a general perspective. That's what I'm talking about. How COD, yeah, like it was a pay-to-win game, and if you didn't put money into the game, you weren't gonna be. Like I remember flipping, what's it? Advanced
Ops,
Warfare.
yeah.
If you got a speakeasy from a flipping crate or whatever it was, brew. Your comp wasn't pay-to-win. Yeah, I'm talking about like, yeah, I don't know.
Wait, Don, do you know like the guns, like the good guns, the good rotates and
Do I know
He's
what?
asking if you to
and
teach him about
Warzone?
that.
Yeah, I do. Pick up a M4A1S and a Car 98 and GG's. Well played.
Okay, can you play with me tonight then?
Yeah, we'll play tonight if you're down and it's done.
Is it similar to CS where you have to learn recoil patterns and stuff?
There are I don't know if there's recoil patterns on the guns, but there's like such little recoil on most of the ARs anyway. So you can just hold and spray and pull down and you'll be fine.
Anyways, the Fortnite meta right now is to W key. There's nothing more you can really learn.
In South Africa, yeah.
Yeah. So say really me like say I've already got W keying down. I already know what to do. I don't really have to carry on focusing on carrying practice on Fortnite.
Yeah.
I don't know. The thing is, I want to get into. I feel I can get good at Warzone. Right now, I
feel
hop
like
into
that's a game-
Fortnite and I am so demotivated to play because in the back of my head, I constantly have the thing saying you are at a disadvantage
Yeah.
because no matter what you do, to the best of your ability and power, I cannot hold a wall and someone else can. And that alone is enough to put me off, to piss me off, to tell me that I can be the better player. I can be the better player in every single aspect. But the fact that I play at a disadvantage and someone else has an advantage, it's enough to annoy me to the extent where I don't want to bother getting better.
True.
But if you play Warzone, everybody is on
have a little thing.
exactly the same
Exactly. Yeah.
playing field.
That's why I've only recently enjoyed playing South African customs and not.
ZA Customs pulls in like 70 people max. And what
No,
happens
but
if
I'm
kids
sa-
get W keyed so hard?
No, but
like,
I'm not saying. I'm just saying like for the aspect of like
oh yeah.
enjoyability of being able to compete. Because the problem is, I was even playing against my one, who's really good, and he switched back to console to make money in console FNCS, so he's getting used to it. And he was pumping me on console because he had 0 ping and he was on controller.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Like-
let's go back to community questions. Don, would you recruit Leslie, Mike, keyboard, chill.
Not me, it's rejects.
Oh, rejects, whoever it is. Don, would you recruit console players to Anarchy for Warzone if you win every single round, bro?
Warzone is a yes.
Yeah.
Fortnite, no.
Can console and PC compete with each other on Warzone?
Yes.
Yes.
You already do. It's cross-platform.
Yes, I know it's cross-platform, but I'm talking about is there like a delay like there is
No.
like with Fortnite?
The, I know
No.
that COD scene in general, they pick up console like teams.
Yes, because there's no there's no PC players. That's why I spoke to Scar about it because they're all playing on console. It's not like one has a PC and stuff like that.
It's also cheaper. And it goes back to leveling out the playing field. Because if you have 2 players of a better stat, okay, say for example, you take a top tier player, an absolute top tier player in South Africa, let's take Neymar, and you give him a 60 FPS PC, and you take one step down and you take Sakaros, and you give him a 240 Hz PC and tell him to box fight and battle out, who's winning?
Scaros.
Yeah.
Because that's a physical limitation now.
Yeah.
So if you have everybody playing on console, everybody's using the same controller, everybody's playing on the same FPS, everybody's using the same monitors, everybody's playing on the same ping, that 100% boils down to the better player. Not who has a high refresh rate monitor, not who has better internet, not who whatever. It's purely the player
Wait,
skill.
sorry, I didn't actually hear what you said. So wait, it's capped at 60.
No, he's
You-
saying no. He's talking.
I'm saying
about
why
if
they
everyone's on
use console.
then
Oh,
everybody competes on the
okay.
same level. Because the
Oh,
problem is
yeah.
with PC, I might have a 2080 Ti.
Yes,
which
okay,
I
yes,
don't.
I understand now. You don't have to explain to me. I understand. Wait, but with Warzone, what is the FPS cap?
It's
What is
whatever your PC can run.
so then there is an advantage from PC to console.
Same as
No, we,
Fortnite,
we,
yeah.
we were basically just talking about why they have console card team, full console card. like
Yes,
comp
so
team.
you can play on 120 FPS on your PC, but only 60 FPS on console, because consoles are capped to 60 FPS. But then again, console players have aimbots, so, you know.
Not console, controller.
Or
on
controller
PC.
players. So if you want to win at Warzone, it goes back to Fortnite, plug a controller into a high-end PC, and GG's you won.
Yeah, I'm winning.
Does Warzone have aim assist?
Of course it has aim
Of
assist.
course it has
What do
aim
you think
assist.
this is? Any
Did
shooter
Call of Duty
game.
have aim assist?
Yes, it did.
I didn't even realize because it's not as strong as Fortnite.
Yeah, no, it's not nearly
Fortnite's
as strong.
You
disgusting,
don't
bro.
see the pool. You don't see the pool. But in Fortnite, you see the pool. You wouldn't even be looking at someone's head. Bang, 200.
You just look into the corn a little bit, ulti, a little bit, ulti. Ah, there he is. Boom. Headshot, dead. Cool. You can't even see him, but GG's.
Bye-bye.
Why sign console players if they're at disadvantage? Well, two things, right? Right now, why you can get a console player. One is because even if you have a really high-end PC on Warzone, it's so badly optimized graphically that you're still only playing at like 100 FPS. I mean, most of the people I've played to or talked to, they playing 90, 100. So, I mean, if you're going from 60 FPS to 100 FPS, it's not the same as Fortnite going from 60 FPS to 240 FPS. That
Yeah.
gap in FPS difference isn't as impactful as Fortnite. Not at all. So if you have, remember, you have someone that's been playing COD for like the past 6 years of their life now on a controller on their PS4. They chilling, dude. So they are good players. And if they can perform that on their console, you can always sign them and then get a PC for them later.
The problem is there's also so much more to do on Fortnite, and like console really disadvantages you, in terms of like, because like there's a tiny bit of input delay, so that will mess up your building and editing. But for like aiming and stuff like that on console, it's like it's fine. It's not that bad compared to PC, but like Fortnite's just so much more technical. So like having a PC is just so much more mandatory when it comes to playing comp for Fortnite. Whereas I feel like you could take a COD console player and put him against a PC console player, and he could compete way better than if you did it in Fortnite.
Yeah.
100%. Because I mean, in game, your frames aren't tanking because you don't have all these additional artifacts in the game. You
Yeah.
don't have all these builds and walls and stuff.
So they
And
always
the fact of the
constant
matter
fixing.
is the zones are actually getting smaller. There's less artifacts. You get better FPS late game.
Yes, look at Scara trying to flip and fish for compliments. I wish I could be good at COD. Shut up.
Wait,
Shut up,
Don,
Scara.
Don, how do I free up space on my PC?
You uninstall Fortnite.
You uninstall other games. Get CC cleaner. Hashtag ad. Use code Letzler. No, I'm joking.
Okay.
No, like,
What
so
with also what was it? Okay, you speak. Let me think of my point.
Don, I go to my PC, local disk, right?
Dude,
Can
we're
we
gonna
not do
talk
this
about
on the
that now,
podcast?
Shane.
Oh, you still live?
Yeah.
No!
Oh, yeah, we just
end just like
conversation. Like, oh, Raven.
Don't give me that tone of voice, okay?
That's so Raven, bro.
That's so Raven. Anyway.
Yeah, that's why
Wait,
they have
can-
no comp controller players at all. Not even one.
Can I just ask another thing? With Warzone, how does like zone comes in, of course. Is it like Apex where you can't see how many people are left?
You can. No, you
That
can see
pisses
down
me
to the
off.
T. No, you can
Okay,
see like all the
pisses
way.
me off with Apex. Like you'll say,
That's
"Yeah,
only when you get
there's
into top
20
10.
enemies left."
That's when there's less than 10 people left. It won't tell you how many people are left.
In COD.
No, in Apex.
Ah, okay.
No, in
That
COD it
irritates
tells you
me.
down exactly how many people are left.
Yeah, that irritated me so much. And another thing is, like, like, I can imagine how you play COD, but it's basically just like hiding behind things and using.
I don't think you've ever played
Yeah.
PUBG.
No, I've never played PUBG. I don't know how to play. I know how to play Apex, but Apex has those superheroes thingy things,
Yeah,
and then
so
you could slide and like boost and shit
I
like that. So
enjoy
it's quite unrealistic.
a Warzone because the first proper battle royale I played. Okay, I played H1Z1, which then got renamed to King of the Kill. I played that for quite a bit, and then we moved to PUBG. When
Yeah.
PUBG came out, and I played PUBG for a while. The problem is I didn't enjoy PUBG because the FPS was horrendous, and PUBG felt so slow to me. Like you would loot for half an hour, take one fight, die, and then you do it all over again.
Mm.
And all I wanted was like if you could just have PUBG faster paced, and that's exactly what Warzone is.
Yeah, but can you explain to me like what PUBG is about? Because the thing is, I understand how do you play the game? Like, is it
Okay,
like
let me
you
explain.
sit
You
in
can play the
buildings, is there a
game.
lot of-
You can play the game exactly how you want to, depending where you land.
Luca,
If you
listen, so-
land in the city, you can play with SMGs and shotguns to your heart's content. If you play in the military base and the top side of the map, then you want ARs. Then it's like AR territory. If you play farmlands, you want sniper rifles. And all you can literally camp in bushes. You can throw camouflage on your characters. You can be a hardcore W keyer. You can be a passive roof camper with a sniper. It all depends on how you want to play the game.
Luca, let me explain. When Fortnite was made, because I saw how can they
You cut
possibly be
out, say
better?
that again.
Tristan said, "How can it possibly be a battle royale without building? Like, how do you play end game or whatever?" But let me explain. So when Fortnite was made, it was clearly made in mind that there would be like building and external structures always being built, right? So you see in Fortnite, there's actually a lot of open areas. So for example, in this map, you have all your POIs and they're dense, right? But
Yeah,
then you go outside of the POIs and think about how open everything is outside of POIs.
yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
So then, I'm guessing I haven't played Warzone, but I'm guessing everywhere you go, there's always like something.
There is always something. You can prone. Remember, you can prone in the game. So if there's a little bit of grass in an open field, you can literally lie down in the grass. And you're
Are there
fine.
cars?
Yes, there's cars, there's helicopters, there's bikes.
So what happens if you're in a helicopter, like for the whole game,
You're gonna get sprayed down.
and you can die?
Yes, if the helicopter, I think I haven't been in a helicopter when it explodes, but if the helicopter explodes, I'm assuming you take a shit ton of damage, and the problem is then you have to parachute down. While you're parachuting down as GG's, you're gonna get sprayed out of the sky. So being in a
Really
helicopter
stoked.
late game is a really bad idea.
They really stole Fortnite glider meta, bro. How dare they? No, I'm joking.
uh,
So
and like being in a car, the whole, can you like run over people?
yes, you can run over people.
Is it easy to kill a car?
If you have 3 guys
Kill a
spraying at
car.
it, you can kill it quite quickly. Yeah.
So if I just go boof, can I kill somebody in one boom? Like just driving over.
Yeah, if you drive over them, it's an insta knock. Is it
Okay,
an insta knock or insta kill? I can't
Yeah, I
remember. I
think-
think it's an insta knock.
It would make sense for it to be a knock.
Okay, I think our time is done.
But
Wait,
I
one
I have
more
a
thing,
I have
one
a
more
feeling
thing.
that it's an insta kill actually.
Is there a reboot system?
Yes, there is a reboot system. So what
Yeah,
happens
this
is that
game sounds amazing.
you don't understand, bro. Play the game. The first time you die, you get knocked. So you get shot at, you sprayed, you get knocked. You're on the floor crawling around. Your teammates can either come save and revive you, or if you bleed out or they finish you, you get sent to the gulag. The gulag, once you're there, is a 1v1 arena where you have to battle someone in a 1v1 arena. If you win that fight, you get redeployed into the match
Oh, that sounds sick.
as
Imagine
a
you
second
could just do
chance.
a
If you
1v1 boss
lose,
fight to get
if
in.
you lose the gulag and you lose that 1v1, what happens is you don't get respawned, but your teammates have the option to buy you back into the game for $4,500
And how do you get dollars?
by killing people by finding it on the floor.
And do dollars carry over to next game?
No,
No,
it
of course
resets
not.
every game.
That'd be dumb, because then if somebody who played 24/7 would just be able to reboot everyone.
Yeah.
So no, it resets every time, and it's unlimited respawns, unlimited buybacks, provided you have the money for it.
Okay. Makes sense, Dorito.
So you can literally get finished 3 times, die 3
Sounds
times,
fun.
and you can
I'm
get
also gonna
bought back
download it.
3 times in one match.
I think I'm gonna download it, but we'll see. Cause the thing is,
Luca jamming.
yeah,
Warzone.
I'm changing come to Warzone. I'm done.
Just
Do
yeah,
you
I'm
think-
telling you now, if you play Warzone and you play it properly, you're gonna go back to Fortnite. You're gonna go like, nah.
Do you think if I stream Warzone, Goodis streams Warzone, you stream Warzone, everyone in AG streams Warzone, do you think our viewer base that used to watch us from Fortnite will continue watching? Or some of them, not all of them.
Of course. You're gonna lose viewers. That's a guaranteed.
Yeah, I
You
know.
will lose viewers. But that will happen every time you swap a game.
Yeah.
And I think what we should do as a community is, because Fortnite is so stale, let's all go play Warzone and show that Fortnite actually needs their player base and that they need to do something
Yeah.
to bring us back.
Yeah, I get you. If there's a good reason for you to come back, would you come back?
Of course, Fortnite's my life, dude. But I can't remember when last I woke up in the morning and I'm like, I want to go play Fortnite. The past 3 days I've been like, I want to play Warzone. Like right now, I literally just want to end the podcast and open Warzone and play. I don't know when last I had that feeling with Fortnite.
Yeah. Well, I think we need to wrap it up here.
Yeah, we do.
It's been 70 minutes on the podcast, boys.
Yeah.
Did we get 300 subs?
I don't know.
Check.
That'd be cool if we did.
Right, let me check.
301. Let's go. Thank you, guys. Woohoo! 300 subs. Let's go.
We're
getting there.
Leslie, boys.
Wow. on that note, everybody go sub to Leslie.
Nah.
Sub to Leslie, boys.
Just Leslie on YouTube. And AG Les on Twitter. Thank you.
Gara says just stream both. Yeah, we can stream
We
both.
will stream
yeah.
both. My intention is to stream Fortnite because I want to stream Fortnite from like 2 to 5 every day when kids get home from school and kids are watching and I can play with people and all that. That's when I want to be streaming. Then at night times I want to go from like 8 to 12. I want to throw PG-13 on my stream and just have a good time.
Yo, PG-13.
Yes, sir.
Yes, that's
So
the
does that mean they have to ask their parents to watch that?
No, you
'Cause parental
don't.
guidance-
It's literally just gonna be like there might be some swear words and it's just gonna be a good time.
Interesting.
Like
I might be able to join that
breaking
one.
news. Don't
Well,
just
the
lose
fact
this
that-
MSI Cougar and
nah, they know about it. Don't worry, they know about it. And the fact of the matter is, Fortnite, you're actually supposed to have PG-13 on your streams for Fortnite. In EU, that's a law. That's a law to say that the game is rated 13.
Okay, but I love
As
you
a
guys.
EU
I need
streamer.
to go now.
All right.
'cause I
Game's
need to
rated
get my hair
12.
cut and then- But yeah, boys, we're gonna wrap it up there.
Yeah, let's
Um,
call it.
Rejects. Your
And
input was
you
very valuable.
literally said nothing except
No,
drop
it
your
was
phone
valuable.
twice.
I went to the bathroom.
I mean, he tried to tune 80K, but
Yeah, you roasted 80K. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Adrian's up.
Yes, let's go.
Yes, AG on top.
But yeah, I'm gonna go. I think Don's
Think
gonna
we're
go
all
take
gonna
next.
dip.
But yeah,
All right, guys. So
Thank you.
next week we're gonna talk about we getting merch this coming week. It's merch. The change in the way we're gonna do energy hack stuff, the way we're
Yeah.
gonna run our merch stuff. So what's gonna happen is you guys need to find your favorite Anarchy member this week because from
boy.
next week it's
Damn,
actually
this
gonna
actually is so
matter
good.
who you support in the team.
damn.
Reject.
Did the AG creative team come up
The what?
with that idea? The AG creative team.
Shut up.
Spam
All
one
right.
for reject.
So anyway, you guys need to find who's your favorite Anarchy member, and you need to support them because it's actually gonna matter.
This guy said Kogobi.
So
Spam reject. spam reject,
whoever you decide to help and support in the team, it's gonna have a massive effect on
Hey, I'll
them
be streaming, boys.
because
every
it's
day.
it's gonna be a massive impact on them.
Reject, please.
Hey, let's look
All
up
right.
to Sumo tonight.
Everyone's saying Chase Kogobi.
I think-
Are you
Kogobi's
actually-
not an AG.
Yeah.
Glubs and Jays. All I'm seeing is Glubs and Jays.
Hey, yay, yay, yay!
Yes.
My-
Grizzly! Woo! All right.
Rejects 3 times. Go. Kogobi is no more in AG Pro. Rejects, yes sir. Yes sir. Get my game.
Let's go, George! Woo! Let's go! What you is getting fueled.
Connected as a Bluetooth device.
Rejects on top. Like,
All right,
I
so
call
I think
you.
we're going to dip, guys. That's the end of the podcast. We've gone over an hour now. Guys, thank you so much for pulling through on this podcast. Next week is going to be a very interesting one. Today was a little bit rushed because not a lot of people could be on. We didn't have points of topics to talk about. But next week, yeah, considering what we had to talk about was very limited. But next week, we're going to have talking points. We're going to be talking about what's the future of Energy Hack in the team. We're going to be talking about the future of merch in the team, specific players, how you can support them in a better manner. We're going to be talking about what happened with Warzone during the week. We're going to be talking about the effects that it had on Fortnite and the team throughout the week.
And the update on Tuesday, probably.
And the future of AG. So next week's podcast is going to be a very good one. We will make sure to have Sakaros on it.
Yeah, the 50. Where's he been?
Yeah, he hasn't been on a single podcast yet. So Sakaros will be on next week's podcast. Even if he has to Discord call in bed, he will be on it.
Let's get everybody on the podcast next week.
How would they do that?
But the problem is Jays might be in Joburg, bro.
Yeah,
Just
just
come
He's
to
going to
my
have to
house,
come to
come to
someone's
my
house. Yeah.
Wait, okay, let me count how many people in AG quickly.
I think we have
10,
12
13.
members. 13
Okay,
members.
wait.
Sounds about right.
There are 13. Okay, Dex won't come on because he's gay. Okay, Celestial probably won't come on.
I'm Chubs.
And then someone's getting sacrificed. Unlucky, mate.
Luca, that's you.
Yeah, but
Ever.
Nobody will be able to talk with you in here. You're just like,
Okay, guys. Today I best.
all right, guys, we're going to end the podcast. Much love from the Anarchy family, guys, to all the listeners and viewers out there. Have an amazing weekend further, guys, and we, of course, will see you all next week, Saturday. Until then, from the Anarchy guys, adios, amigos. We out, guys.
Goodbye, you school reject.
Go Rakic, bye.